Hello again, everybody. Second Jack is here with my TNA Impact Wrestling review for tonight, August the 2nd, 2012. I missed it last week. I was out with my family. I watched it this week. But over tonight's Impact, pretty good actually. Some pretty good wrestling action. A little bit of gimmicks, a little bit of stupid things, but not that much. And surprisingly, and happily, no 8's and 8's tonight. Thank God. It didn't ruin another Impact. But it did raise some questions in this whole 8's and 8's storyline. So there you go with that. I guess a decent Impact. We began with, well, a backstage brawl, which involved into an impromptu tag team match. Now, just as Impact was just going on the air, we saw backstage competition involving the TNA World Champion, Austin Aries, and Bobby Roode, who will be fighting this Sunday. And also, in that same room, was Kenny King, the Ring of Honor person who reflected the TNA, and also Zima Iron, who defended his X Division Championship last week with Kenny and beat him. So you all these four in the same room discussing it. They got involved in a backstage brawl, which dragged from backstage to the ring, which resulted in our first match of the evening, an impromptu tag team match involving Zima Iron teaming up with Bobby Roode, taking on Kenny King and Austin Aries. Now, this was a very good tag team match. This is how you should open a wrestling show. Have a backstage fight, end up in an impromptu tag match. That's what you need here, man. Start with wrestling. Start with a fight and a match at the same time. It was a pretty good matchup, pretty good moves. Kenny King is looking like the next big star in the X Division. You know, the X Division guys have a lot of good guys, but Kenny King coming in from Ring of Honor or whatever. You know. Okay. Anyway, as I was rudely interrupted, Kenny King looks like a true guy that could go for the X Division Championship. He needs a couple more big wins. You know, he just joined the company, coming from Destination X. So he needs to show a little bit, but he showed a bit tonight, being in this big main event type match, being our first match of the evening with Mr. Austin Aries, and they won the match with a great move from Mr. King. 1-2-3 victory for King and Aries over Ion and Bobby Roode. It wouldn't be the last we would see a Bobby Roode and Mr. Aries of the evening. We saw them get involved. Sorry, my dog is just a little antsy tonight. So that's why his dog barked like a bitch next couple minutes. So bear with me here, because I try to shut this dog. Anyway, so there you go. Here we go. Like I said, King and Aries won a impromptu tag match. Pretty good matchup. Pretty intense tag match. Heading towards the pay-per-view involving Austin Aries and Bobby Roode at Hardcore Justice. And like I said, it won't be the last you see of them. They got involved in several things throughout the evening. After that, we had a segment involving Sting. Now, of course, last week on Impact, which I missed, which I read from the results, Bobby Roode, I mentioned, he won't be seen the last of after that opening tag match, claimed last week that James Storm was the person behind this whole 8's and 8's thing. There was big evidence against James. A few weeks ago, during a scheduled match between Kurt Angle, just before Kurt Angle got out to join James Storm to face him in the Bound for Glory Series match, he got attacked by 8's and 8's. And then last week, James Storm had a BFG match against AJ Styles. 8's and 8's came to attack AJ, but didn't touch Storm. Then after that, the main event of last week, we had 8's and 8's attacking everybody, and then James Storm came out and he spat out. So it's been sufficient evidence placed against James Storm as the mastermind of 8's and 8's. And by the end of the night, more questions than answers would be claiming. But Storm came out to confront Sting, because Sting called him out about this whole 8's and 8's thing, and is he involved, blah, blah, blah. And Storm's like, listen, Sting, I faced up against a lot of people, including Kurt Angle, who I finally faced tonight in the main event. I wrestled him a lot of times, and I wrestled him and beaten him a couple times without any help once or ever. Which brought out Kurt Angle, talking about Storm and not wanting to get attacked again during that match tonight. It's going to make Storm tapped. And during our main event tonight, just to give you some thing here, we had a lot of people guarding the ring during the main event tonight. We had Bully Ray, Bobby Roode, Austin Aries, Devon, and Garrett Bischoff, and Sting all around the ring during our main event tonight, trying to make sure Ace and H wasn't short. Because like I said, everyone wants to get their hands on Ace and H for attacking these last couple of weeks, especially with Hogan. And now they're threatening Brooke Hogan now, as we saw later on in the evening, getting a warning letter Brooke did from Ace and H. So on to the next match, which was another Bound for Glory series match. Like I always do, there was two Bound for Glory series matches, like I always do. I wait until the main event to go through the updated scores, the leaderboard for Bound for Glory series at the end of this video after that I go through the main event. So Bully Ray against Robbie E. What can I say? Easy 7 points for Bully Ray, and it wasn't easy 7 points for this douchebag Robbie E. Deserving no points. He doesn't fucking deserve to be in this tournament. You've heard me. You've been watching my TNA Impact reviews on a regular basis. You've heard me bitch about Robbie E. for the last couple of months. About why he doesn't even deserve to be in this Bound for Glory series, let alone an opportunity to get a title or a title at all. World title at all, because he was TV champ, douchebag. So I'm glad he's still not getting points. Bully Ray got points. You know, he may be leaving. There's rumors. Anyway, so I go Bully Ray, easy win. Squash match against Robbie E. 7 points. Let's move on with our next match, which was a number one contenders match for the Knockouts Championship with Miss Taskmaster at ringside with Taylor versus Madison Rayne with her crush, yes, Earl Hebner at the referee's position versus Gail Kim and Mickie James. Those four were in a tag match last week. There was a little bit of controversy in the decision of Mr. Hebner, but it happened again tonight. Must be favoritism towards Madison, but this Knockouts match, like I said before, to regular viewers of my videos, especially regular viewers of my TNA Impact reviews, you always hear me say about the Knockouts division being better than a certain other division, but I'm not going to repeat myself. But anyway, great Knockouts match. Like I said, they let him wrestle tonight. Pretty good Knockouts match. Decent moves from people. Taylor had the advantage. Looked like Taylor was going to win. Of course, Taskmaster on commentary at ringside was hoping her tag team partner from TNT would get the shot instead of people like Gail or Madison in this case. A pretty decent match. Mickie got in there. I'm glad Mickie got on TV, but that Velvet's still not getting a chance to. I forgot Velvet's out. Oops. I forgot Velvet left. So I got that she left the company. Anyway, sad that she's not. But anyway, hope Mickie James gets a big push, and apparently, heel tease. That's not happening yet. But anyway, Taylor thought she had the victory with the Widow's Peak on Miss Wayne. And pinned Madison 1, 2, 3. Looked like Taylor won. But another controversial judgment call, favoritism, whatever you want to call it, decision for Mr. Hebner, giving Madison Wayne the victory. That means Madison Wayne would be puzzled, or whatever. Taylor at ringside will be facing off against Miss Taskmaster at Hardcore Justice. Speaking of that, before I get to the rest of the Impact tonight, they made 3 matches for Hardcore Justice tonight. 3 Bound for Glory series matches at the pay-per-view as teased by Miss Dixie Carter. The matches at Bound for Glory series, for the Bound for Glory series at Hardcore Justice, 20 points each. 20 points for the winner of each match for these 3 matches. AJ Styles, Chris Daniels, Kurt Angle, and Samoa Joe in a ladder match. Bully Ray against James Storm versus Jeff Hardy versus Robbie E. Falls Count Anywhere match. And Rob Van Dam, Magnus, Mr. Anderson in the Pope and the Tables match. Basically, it's 3 matches involving 4 guys each, all 12 guys of the Bound for Glory series of wrestling in fatal 4-way matches. A tables match, a ladder match, and a false count anywhere match. Winner of each match will get 20 points. And it's big at this point. At the midway point of the series, any point is necessary right now. It's necessary right now. This is necessity right now. So, there you go. Bound for Glory series matches at Hardcore Justice announced this evening. Now, on to our next match, which was the in-ring debut of one Chavo Guerrero. Last week, Chavo made his official TNA debut after signing a few weeks ago, but was attacked by Kid Cash and Gunner. So here comes Supermax to the rescue as a possible tag match involving those 4. But tonight it was Chavo's one-on-one ring debut in TNA Chavo against Stinky Peanut Gallery. Ooh, Chavo against Kid Cash. Of course, Hernandez and Gunner were at ringside. And Chavo looked like he never lost a beat. Looked like he never missed a beat in the ring. You know, got a little chant for Chavo. Of course, a little Eddie chant, especially when we did the 3 Amigos. And the Frog Splash to get the victory. Hernandez and Gunner didn't get that much involved. But indeed, Chavo looks very good. And I hope TNA does well with them. You know, I hope TNA treats Chavo well. You know that TNA treats every person who comes to TNA from WWE, they treat them very good. Look at Christian. Look at Kurt Angle. Look at Gail Kim. Look at Jeff Hardy. RVD. All these guys that came from WWE got big pushes from TNA and big TNA titles. Doesn't matter if it's X Division or TNA. Mr. Anderson, another example of guys who came from WWE to TNA and got a big push in a title immediately when they came, like a few months, and had a big push and big position. So we'll see what Chavo does in TNA. I hope he does well. And I know TNA will book him well instead of being a fucking mid-carder for life. And thank God they got no midgets. I mentioned that before. Glad there's no Hornswoggle. Anyway, then after that, on to our main event of the evening, which was our final Bound for Glory series match of the evening. Before that, we had some other segments, including Kurt Angle talking with Wes Briscoe backstage. Now, there's some reports that Wes is part of 8'S and 8'S. So, he may know something we don't know, but there you go with that. There's been the rumor that this Briscoe, who is Jerry Briscoe's son, is one of 8'S and 8'S, but he was talking with Angle. Well, maybe, like I said, he'll probably reveal himself later on when 8'S and 8'S finally reveal themselves. Anyway, we also had a backstage segment involving that piece of shit baby storyline. Of course, once again, to all my regular viewers, you heard me bitch and complain about this whole AJ Claire Lynch baby storyline. And it's, of course, being dragged on yet again with AJ wheeling in Australia to promote TNA. They made an excuse to have a baby shower with him away with Claire Lynch and Chris Daniels and Kaz. It was stupid. AJ things, AJ baby doll, yada yada yada. Stupid storyline, stupid bitch. Go away, we don't need you. Let's move on to our main event, which is, of course, Kurt Angle against James Storm, like I mentioned. Half the TNA roster was surrounding the ring, wanting to avoid another 8'S and 8'S attack. Of course, we had Sting out there, Bully Ray, Devon, Garrett Bischoff, Austin Aries, and Bobby Roode, all out there watching to make sure that 8'S and 8'S did not attack anybody again. If they did, they're going to get their hands on them because they want to. James and Angle, not the best match, but decent match from these guys. Good spots, just pretty back and forth. James had control, Angle had control. Some decent spots with Angle having the ankle lock. And when Angle had that ankle lock on James Storm, I seriously thought 8'S and 8'S were going to come out at that very moment. But they eventually did it. James Storm won the match, despite his ankle getting slaughtered from the ankle lock being out for a long time. James got the nail, the super kick, the last call super kick on Angle. 1, 2, 3. James Storm wins the match, getting him 7 points in the Bound for Glory series for in victory. I think it's a pretty good match from these two. Pretty decent match. And James after the match called out 8's and 8's. Well, to add more furthering evidence to James Storm being accused of being the leader of 8's and 8's, 8's and 8's didn't come out. Did not come out, and Wood, who accused Storm of it, he's like, "I'm right now. Come on, Storm, admit it." And we ended Impact with the same way we started, a brawl. Storm started beating up Billy Ray, and then here comes Austin Aries, Bobby Roode. We had a little brawl in the ring involving Garrett and Devon and all these guys in the ring. Sting just watched in sheer horror as 8's and 8's didn't show up, as we ended Impact, like I said, the same way we started, a brawl. So, no 8's and 8's tonight, which I'm kind of happy they didn't ruin anything tonight. So, I'm kind of happy, but we got a little development. Like I said, this Briscoe guy appearing, who's apparently one of the 8's and 8's members. So we'll see if 8's and 8's come again. And I thought they were going to show a video when James Storm called out 8's and 8's. I thought they were going to show a video of them attacking Brooke Hogan. Because I told you that they sent a 8's and 8's card to Brooke Hogan. So see what that happens there. So like I said, overall good Impact tonight. Couple silly things, but great action with the tag match, great opener, decent main event, decent matches tonight. Couple silly things, but like I said, good Impact tonight. TNA's going. It's going somewhere now. The only thing that's holding them down is this 8's and 8's thing, and of course the aforementioned AJ Baby thing, and still Joseph Park still fucking around. That's what I'm pissed off too about. That is it for my TNA Impact review. Thank you very much for watching. And mine, you've been attacked by the review, Bomb Zach. Thank you very much. See you later, yeah.